Good morning, everybody. I appreciate all their questions online about my pride and joy here, and I thought we'd start and we're starting the engine and just try to answer a number of the questions that you had posted online. So we'll go ahead and start here. We're starting the engine. If you want to come in a little closer, Bruce, we can see the lights that come on as I start. We got a brake light, we got a battery light, and we got a oil temperature light. So I'll go ahead and start it. Still got a brake light, but all the other lights go out. Now while we're here on the instrument panel, there's been a number of questions about the speedometer. I, to be truthful, did not know there were that there were any GTIs out there with 85 mile an hour speedometers. This thing was 120 all the way, and through a little investigation I found out that halfway through the model year they started putting 120 speedometers in the cars, and then they all had 120. Here's a picture of the radio that I love. It's Bluetooth, looks like it belongs in there. I love playing my music off of my iPhone, and we've got a speaker or a mic up there so I could use the phone. On down here to this panel, you can see that the voltmeter works. The Celsius, it'll be coming up. The engine is cold, so it'll be coming up. And also, one thing a guy told me when I was at a show, that one of the most difficult parts to find on this car, and there's a lot of difficult parts, was the crown on the clock. And while he's down there, you can see that the clock is running, and it takes great time. Just a side note, I looked at that red GTI that was up there, and sure enough, the crown was missing on that one. The ashtray and the lighter, cigarette lighter, does work. However, there's no smoking in this car. On across, the light in there works. I've got the original manual for the car and the owner's manual for the radio. Okay, did you want to get a little sound of the, or can you hear it back there? Okay, as we walk around, I had other questions about the paint. Why did I respray it? As great as this car has been, the paint on it wasn't. I don't know what happened at the factory, if they had a bad paint day that day, but anyway, what happened, I started noticing what looked like little scratches, and they were tiny to start with. And they started to get more and more. And initially I tried to polish them out, wouldn't work. And it got to the point where it just looked cloudy. When you got up close, you could just see what looked like thousands of little scratches. And I took it to a body shop. They said there was no way they could buff it out. It turns out it was cracks in the paint that had cracked all the way to the metal. So there was no fixing it. And took me quite a while. I didn't want just anybody to do it. I finally got Danny Absher of Wilkes Collision Repair in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, to do it. I met him through the owner of the company that I was flying for, who happened to be a car collector. He had 40 or 50 cars, and anytime that he had a problem with a car or needed body work done, he took it to Danny. And took me a little longer than that because I had to collect all the rubber, the seals for the windows, the doors, the sunroof, the hatch, and I also had to get the stripes, the vinyl stripes for the to go around because I wanted it all back original. And Danny did a fantastic job on this thing. I've had numerous compliments, and a lot of people wanted to know who did it. and they're taking their cars to him. So on around, we can. I'll open up the hood and take a look underneath the. I know one thing I forgot to do, and that only take a second to start this thing back up. The engine is completely stock. I haven't done anything. I haven't added anything to it other than headers. I put on aftermarket headers and exhaust. I've added the new speed struts, brace, both top and bottom, and I put coilover struts on it that lowered it just about an inch, which to me makes it set much nicer, and it also drives better. The that was the thing that I was going to talk about, was the air conditioning. Let me start this up one more time, and Bruce, if you want to come over and start this up one more time here, and put it over to AC. You can put it on AC or anything here, but it's off if the fan is not running. So I turn it on high. I can see a little change in the RPM. It comes right back up. And now I'm getting really nice cool air coming out of here. And somebody asked if it was R12. It is. I changed it over to 134A simply because it was getting too difficult to get service or even the R12 anymore. And I know R12 was colder, but this thing still puts out really nice cold air. And I hope that has answered a lot of the questions. Somebody said I thought it'd be real hard for him to sell this car. It is hard for me to sell it. See, I've had it 36 years now, but it's time for somebody else to take over the reins, and hopefully someone will buy it that'll take care of it the way I did, and really enjoy taking it to shows. This thing has got a crowd around it all day long, every show I ever take it to, so it's an awesome car. Hope that answers a lot of your questions, and look forward to your comments.